at Metropole TVKE across all your social media platforms. 2146 is your SMS line this morning. Welcome to your official sector trends. Music streaming platform AUDIOMACK has reiterated its commitment to the East African region by strengthening its presence in Kenya. By providing a global platform for music sharing and listening, AUDIOMACK wants millions of Kenyans access to the latest and the hottest music across the continent and beyond. By seeing how diverse Kenya is in the music industry and a range of artists, how does it seek to promote Kenyan music with their presence in the country? To decide for this, we're joined by BWANA, who is the head of business development and media partnerships for AUDIOMACK in Africa. But first, let's begin with a preview of how the arts, entertainment and recreational industries have contributed to the Kenyan GDP. Let's look at that data that we have for you this morning, because if we actually look at that, it has been sort of on a flat basis all the way from 2017 to 2019, and 2020 would really be good for them because we do know exactly how the coronavirus pandemic has affected the entertainment scene and probably even creating the digital shift that we've seen in the entire of 2020. All right, Charlotte, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Glad to have you around here. All right, let's really get into the gist of the conversation this morning. I mean, based on the data that we've seen this morning in terms of exactly how the entertainment industry is contributing to Kenya's GDP, how best is Kenya's entertainment industry primed for growth? It seems flat all the way from 2017 to 2019.
I think this is the time to grow, especially in 2021. I think that we've seen a lot of growth with technology, and with that being said, it's giving a lot more Kenyan artists opportunities to be out there globally and online, opening up their performance to the rest of the world. And I think we are really prime to put out music out there, and the Kenyan entertainment industry right now, it's a buzz. We see newcomers and keep pushing forward.
Yes. All right, Charlotte, I mean, just before we continue as well, therefore, I would like for you to talk to us about AUDIOMACK. Just, can you give us a brief of who you exactly are and what you intend, therefore, to achieve in the Kenyan market?
I think you best describe it. We're a music streaming and discovery platform, like an American company that we just got into Africa.
Yes.
Because how we see the talent that is bubbling in Africa, and it's coming up in Africa, and we figured like we're best placed to invest in Africa and amplify these African stories. That's what we are. You know, we are the place to go to for to listen to an album, an EP, a mixtape, and so on and so forth. We are a free tier service, so we're easily accessible to the fans and to the users, and as well as to the artists. So that's what we are. When it comes to Kenya, I think we're just here to make sure that we are putting Kenyan music and Kenyan artists on a global platform with their counterparts, so that they're able to be seen as equal with their counterparts on a global stage.
Yes. Charlotte, when you say that, somebody would like to ask you, what is the gap that exists? And when you look at the Kenyan space, who is this who's not being put outside there with the ones that are already available in terms of pretty much selling their music?
I mean, for it's Octopizzo, it's Calligraph, it's Nyashinsky, it's Sauti Sol, it's everyone. You know, for us, it's like AUDIOMACK is that platform that allows you to reach 100% of your fans globally.
Yes.
Because we're available in all 54 African continents, but also with African countries, but we are also available in all continents and all countries across the world. And so we look at it as an equal opportunity for your music to be available for any fan across the world.
Yes. Charlotte, who are you specifically targeting? Is it everybody, or there's a category of artists that you're looking for? Especially when we're talking about having those frontier artists who can even actually be a part and parcel of marketing AudioMack in the country.
Like I said, we are a music streaming and discovery platform, so we are targeting everyone. We want the A-list artists and the artists who have made it to be on the platform.
Yes.
But we started off as a discovery platform, and so we're really big on upcoming artists joining the platform and being able to be on a global stage with everyone, and being able to just put out their music and being able to be discovered by people across the world. So we're also really big on promoting upcoming artists.
It's 2021, and we've seen the digital shift that the coronavirus pandemic has actually introduced into the world economy. You have been present in the other countries as well. Is somebody going to say, what is the shift that you're looking for? Are you trying to move them from the other platforms, for me not wanting to mention names, to your platform, Charlotte?
We are not trying to move them to only to our platform. We're not trying to tell them, oh, take out your music from that platform and put it on AudioMack. No, we're not trying to do that, because
Yes.
I believe in we're an artist first kind of platform, and we believe that we want to see artists win, and when artists win, we win. And for us, it's very important that even if they're on our platform, they can be present in all in all the other platforms as well. No?
Which is going to beg the question, then what is this very special thing that would actually say, well, I also need to be on AudioMack for me to market myself, if the other platforms are as well available in all the other countries that you're also available in?
One, they're not available in all the other countries that we're available in.
Yes.
Right? They're not. And we pride ourselves in that. We're available in all 54 countries in the continent. They are not available in all 54 countries in the continent. And we pride ourselves in accessibility. We are very easily accessible to the user base, to the fans, to the people who actually listen to the music. And it's hassle free. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
And so that's what we pride ourselves in, right? And at the same time, we pride ourselves in giving and providing tools to these artists, data analytic tools that they wouldn't normally get from these other people, that they are able to make data-driven conscious decisions when making their music moving forward.
Kenyan music scene, especially the entertainment scene, has been called as one of those most diverse areas, especially when talking about the entertainment scene, and especially when it comes to music. I mean, everything is listened to. I mean, some people say, well, as much as we like to say our scene, we still are looking for that identity. How is this diversity going to play in your favor, or is it something that might not play in your favor?
I think it's going to play in our favor, because again, we have all types of genres on our platform. So it doesn't matter what kind of fan that you are, you will find the music that you're looking for on the platform at the end of the day.
Yes. All right, let's talk about the accessibility that you mentioned right now, well, that you are easily accessible. Talk to me about just how you operate as AudioMack. What is this one thing that is going to talk to me as a customer and say, wow, it's quite different from the other ones that I do know as well?
We have a beautiful, user-friendly design, but I think the most important part about it is, as a customer, AudioMack is not going to ask you for your credit card details, or for you to take money out of your bank account every month to be able to listen to music.
Yes. And for anybody who wants to join as well, how easy it is for me to sort of get my music on the platform in terms of the details that you need for me as well?
Just go to audiomack.com and create an account and upload your music, and nobody's going to ask you for a dime to upload your music. You could be uploading all your catalog from 1965 if you're that old, and you could upload all that kind of music and all that catalog, and nobody's going to ask you for a dime either. So we are free for the artist and also free for the fan.
Yes. Coronavirus has told us that, well, in as much as you're talking about entertainment, you just gotta take it online. That's where the market is, and even the entertainment scene is actually moving online. We've seen bigger shifts all the way from the film industry all up to the music industry as well. And even the biggest IPOs that we've seen last year actually happened within the pandemic. Shala, would you say that the COVID-19 pandemic has sort of helped you sort of accentuate this digital shift that you're talking about right now with the AUDIOMACK?
I think it was a long time coming with this digital shift, because even back then and before AUDIOMACK, I think a lot of artists would find it very difficult to put out their music onto global platforms. You had to know somebody who knows somebody who can put out your music onto a global platform. But I think that shift was a long time coming. We as a platform decided to kind of switch that, and you don't need an in-between person or a third party to put out your music onto a global platform anymore. You can do it yourself if you're an independent artist.
Yes.
And I think that that shift was, a long time. It was due. I think coronavirus just showed us that, listen, anything is possible.
Yes. And we've seen the way in which the ones that were available before the coronavirus pandemic have actually sort of morphed into this extra service. Other than just me being a platform you can come and view, you can actually get more. Do we expect to see the same from AUDIOMACK? Because you come into Kenya at that right time when everybody's talking about this digital shift. What more, other than just being a platform that holds this music, are we going to see from AUDIOMACK?
I think expect to see more support to the artist, more marketing support to the artist, more is provided to the artist. We're willing to and are working with a lot of Kenyan artists and partnering with a lot of Kenyan artists to kind of just help push Kenyan music and put out the music out there on a global platform, like I said. And I think we should just kind of just like expect that from AUDIOMACK.
Yes. Any big marketing drive that we expect to see soon? And in what way are you approaching this diverse Kenyan market in terms of sort of stamping your footprint in the country?
If I told you that, then
Shala, you can say. I mean, that's what we ride on.
I mean, it's only me and you and other 100 million people watching this, right? But watch out for something big that's coming in collaboration with a few Kenyan artists from AUDIOMACK.
Yes.
That should be happening in April, so watch out for that.
Anyway, for anybody listening to us this morning and they really want to see exactly how AUDIOMACK has been performing, how can we get it now? Can I get it in my phone? Can I get it on my computer?
Yes, you can get it on your computer. Click on audiomack.com and tricks you straight to the web page. And on app, you can get it on iOS and Android. AUDIOMACK. Just search for AUDIOMACK on iOS and the Android app.
Pretty much. Now, let's talk about the trends that you've actually recognized from the African countries in the other areas that you have a presence. Is there anything that you can talk about in the way in which we as Africans consume this online media content? Is it the same as other developed nations that we can talk about that in the front line of giving some of these platforms to us?
I think one of the things that I really have to say is that in as much as we say streaming is still nascent and is still growing in Africa,
yes.
For really important for me to mention that AUDIOMACK is #1 music streaming platform on iOS in Kenya, in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Tanzania, in Senegal. So we kind of see that people actually want to listen to music,
yes.
and people are streaming music from their countries, and it's music on demand. They want to listen to music when they want to listen to it.
Yes.
For us to be #1 in this #1 streaming platform in these countries says a lot about how we're just consuming our content.
Yes, and inshallah, streaming would be something that is, would you say it's a new phenomenon, especially when it comes to entertainment? Because, well, guys have been talking about selling records and all that. Is that where we're headed? That the next frontier, especially when it comes to consumption of music and media, is going to be streaming as well? Because we've seen exactly what even the bigger companies in this are talking about. It's got to be streaming. Is that where we're headed? Or there's going to be another shift as well, back to what we used to know?
I think it's definitely where we're headed. I don't think we're going back, and it's just because right now it's music on demand. Like I said, we have a generation of 18 to 24-year-olds who
yes.
are listening finding the next big superstar, the next big song. And these kids, they don't care. They you bring the music to them. They don't go looking for your music. So I think streaming is the only way forward.
Charlotte, thank you very much for taking your time to speak to Business AM this morning. We do appreciate the time that you've shared with us this morning as well.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
All right, on that note, we take a short break here on Business AM, but not to step away, because then, well, a lot of conversation points in terms of the way in which the financial services sector has fared on during the coronavirus pandemic, as we ask the question, is the banking industry, as we do know of it, stable? Let's talk about that 14.1 NPL book and the projected 17% should our economy tank. Once we come back.